Gemini, this is Jess with your April 25th to May 15th, 2018 reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So Gemini. Well, the tagline here, and I'm sure I'll remember, the devil is a lie. Yes, I mean, it literally is in your cards that the devil is a lie. And the lies are in the details. So remember that. If you're signing contracts during this time frame, today, the 25th, until May the 15th, keep that in mind, okay? That the devil's a lie, but for those of you signing contracts, the devil is in the details. So make sure that you take time to read everything that you're going to agree to, because I do feel like there is someone. For some people, it's going to be purposely. You are being coerced into something that you may have to get courts involved, that you really don't understand the thick of it down the line. Okay? Because right now it looks very fuzzy. It looks appealing. It seems like the better option for some of you. You may think that it's the only option. And so you're entering into something to some extent out of desperation, because you feel like another opportunity like this isn't going to come around again. Be very careful. Okay. So read everything, be aware of everything, pay attention to everything, because therein lies the details of secrets and things that will not be unearthed and uncovered until it's too late for some of you. So just remember I said that. Okay. That is a huge, important theme to this time frame that you guys really have to be cognizant about. Now, I feel like some of you have had this fiery energy. And again, if you do get involved with something, sign something, agree to something, contractually, I feel, agree to something. Once it's all out, you're going to find yourself running after someone, and it's nothing you're going to be able to do about it. Or it's going to take a hell of a long time and be hell of a process, because you're about to give someone power in which you have no clue. So be careful. Again, I can't stress that enough. Now, and if any of you can relate to this already, leave it in the comment section below if you like to share with us all. If you are more private, you're welcome to use my email to confirm if you would like to. Now, going forward, some of others of you, I do see you've had like this very restless, aggressive type of energy. You're coming to a place where there could have been some drama, some bickering, challenges at work, within the family, in your love relationships. But some of you have dealt with that and it's kind of done. It ended, right? Or there may be a number of problematic people, problematic situations that kind of went away. If you're in the work sphere, you may be dealing with a colleague at work, okay, or a manager, supervisor. There may be some talks behind the scenes of like, who are we bringing in? Who are we going to let go? There will be perhaps some letting go of people, bringing in and evaluating, well, who's most valuable to the company? Who can we decide to lay off, or can we put this off until a time? When are we going to have to lay people off, let someone go, and measuring value versus need, that sort of thing. Who can handle a higher workload? Who's the slacker? Who's the hard worker? Who can handle a heavier workload? Who can come in earlier? Who's the most valuable? So just be aware that there are decisions being made, evaluations taking place at this time in the work that you do. Okay. And there is no clear, it's not as evident right now to say you guys will be the victor. I will say this: if you're doing anything unscrupulous, you might not want to. You are being watched. And there will be an announcement that's made. Okay. And I feel like accolades to those who have worked hard, those who've cut up. You may find they are being dragged into a room, or they're being talked to, or it may be on a totality, like an announcement being made of like, now hear this, you don't do A, B, and C, you do A, B, and C, that sort of thing. And I feel like when we get to the second week, some of you will feel like whatever this is, whatever these, it's like, it's underneath the surface is what I'm getting of this evaluation, watching, making decisions, that sort of thing. You'll feel like someone will have your back. You'll feel like someone has your back, or you're safe. Okay. And there's going to be decisions that's kind of like brought down. Okay. By a supervisor who's extremely authoritative, who's extremely black and white. Some of you guys may be left on the sidelines waiting to hear back from a company, waiting to hear what the final verdict is going to be, feeling as though this is your only option and there's no other way. Be very careful. I'm shocked to even be able to be saying this to Gemini, but that happens with energy. It ebbs and flows. So who's on top? Sometimes you find yourself back in this low period. And I don't feel like it's necessarily a low period, but it is a bit of a departed way from the previous readings I've given you guys, where a lot of it was very positive. So this is not so much negative as it is an alert message. I sense that this is an alert message, and to not give too much power to what is to happen, because with the Justice card and the Judgment card, things are inevitable. There's nothing that can be done once, whatever judgment this is handed down. It's nothing that you can do. It's no trickery. It's no persuasive talk. It's going to be what it is. Okay. And some of you may have to wait until July, perhaps, if this happens to be money, a settlement at work, if you're going, and perhaps if you felt like you were wrongfully let go of your job, or you're not receiving the type of pay that you deserve. It may take in the next 3 months. We're still in April, so May, June, July. Yeah, in July, before you actually get the money. It may be 600, 6,000. You may get some type of back pay along with the pay that you are now supposed to receive. So it's going to be a bit of a fight. That's why if you're entering into something new, be very careful. If it's something going on now and it's out of your control, then you've got to, submit to the process and be very keen and aware about things that are being said. Show up to every court case, or make sure that you're being proactive and you're doing your research. You're reaching out to the right sort of people, that sort of thing, because there is some form of secrets and deceit that is happening around you, or you're a part of it. If you're a part of it, you need to be very careful. If it's around you, you need to be as careful, because I feel like you could very well be thrown under the bus. Okay. So yeah, this is not the time to do anything unscrupulous. And this also can spread out to family and friends. So it may not be hitting some of you directly, but it can, have a ripple effect to where you're a witness to, again, family and friends, or even a colleague at work. So again, cross your I's, don't cross your I's, but cross your T's and dot your I's, and keep your nose clean. Now, some of you may be feeling like, as far as your finances are concerned, there's a bit of an uptick. You could be waiting on money. The money is going to come in, but it may take, maybe sometime in May, the latter part of May, where the money will come in. Again, you may have to follow up, that sort of thing. I get being proactive, no longer wanting to wait, but then deciding to be proactive. And then that's when kind of balls will start to roll. Now, so as far as your money is concerned, I feel like there's going to be this underlying theme of something to which you have to kind of clarify, address, deal with. And money may be one of those things, but again, it is being more proactive. I don't see like money raining down on you guys. And if you do get a set amount of money, you're not telling anyone. If someone has a set amount of money, they're not telling you anything about it. So whatever finances that it seems to be coming in, it looks like there is some form of an increase. I get anywhere from 3s to 6s, all the way up to perhaps 7, possibly 8. So we can go from, a few bucks to hundreds of thousands. But in that, there is this sense of not telling anyone. Okay. Now, I feel like some of you, if you have your own business, you may have to address people, charging people may possibly not paying, or giving you a sob story about why they can't pay, that sort of thing, reconciling your invoices or your books. So I do see that, and perhaps having to address some things with your taxes, I feel it could be government, that sort of thing. So addressing some things as it relates to that. So look out for that. Now, on the love front, because this is getting long, on the love front, I feel like there's been definitely some fighting and bickering in a relationship for some of you, and that ended. Okay. I do see that there could be, and let's get this out of the way, there could have been some lies, deceit, and trickery as far as cheating. 100%. Somebody's cheating. Somebody is aware that they are the person that they are a third party. There's no, well, I don't know. No, you guys are aware. Some of you are the third party and you're aware of it. And before you get in the comment section below, others of you are not aware of it and you may be addressing it. Okay. Someone could have told you, you may have went to see someone and someone told you. You may have thought that this situation was so promising and then you're being told that, well, there's someone else or this person is married or this person is not yet out of a situation. And you may be hearing, well, I'm going through a divorce, we're separated, that sort of thing. But there's a little bit more to that story than what meets the eye, and you'll find out later on down the line. If you're trying to disconnect from a marriage, get, separated, get a divorce, there's going to definitely be issues, and the process will be drawn out based upon the finances and the terms of condition for the divorce as it relates to finances and assets. Okay. So it won't be a 1, 2, 3 thing, right? People are trying to hide their assets. People are trying to hide other unscrupulous behavior. And when it's all said and done, I do even feel like someone's trying to be nice to the other just to catch them in something. So it's a bit of a rouge, if you will. It's like some underhanded stuff going on here, Gemini. And some of you guys have your hands in the cookie jar 100%. Okay. Some of you are going back to your old ways of cheating, being dishonest, misleading, and just flat out and out unfaithful. Okay. And this is not for all of you, but it's for some of you. Venus happens to be in Gemini right now. So there's that. Now, I feel like someone's addressing it. Someone wants answers and someone else has been on the fence, like they don't want to necessarily admit to something. They may have decided, well, I'm not cheating. Well, you're not cheating right this second. You may have decided to kind of, put your swords down right now, or put things down with that person right now and decide to kind of stay put until the coast is clear, as they say. But, there's definitely some things that were going on for some of you. And in the second week of May, there may be like all things are leveled out and kind of making amends with your mate, simply because whatever was going on may not be going on anymore once it's addressed. And I get this on both sides. So like other signs, I've said, no, for the men, they're doing this and the women kind of are dealing with it. Absolutely not. No. A lot of Gemini women are addressing stuff that they're finding to be absolutely unscrupulous. Addressing it or clarifying if someone is assuming they're doing something. Gemini men are the predators. They're on the prowl and they are thinking that they can come up with a grand idea of how they can keep everything under wraps. But the reality is that they won't be able to. And it's actually going to create problems for their finances, for their growth, overall growth. And I feel once they get called out, they may get shook enough where it's like, you know what, I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm just going to leave it alone, and I'm just going to submit and commit, I'm telling you. Okay. So, and that is the devil is a lie. That's the part that the devil is a lie, because it's like some people are not going to allow this devil energy, because you guys have that, but it is very negative. Sometimes I don't give it that much credit, but this time it really is signifying a lot of negativity, people doing things that are just unethical. And so someone is nipping that in the bud, or someone is submitting to better ways and submitting to wanting to save themselves from possible ruin. So they're saying, you know, the devil is a lie. I'm not going to give into it. That's it. Others of you, I feel there may be, again, one hand changes to the other, although I don't see that 100%, but there could be possibly in Libra season, whomever this secret person was and that sort of thing. It could be like, okay, you guys are going in that direction with that person on an intimate level. So this energy will not stop. It probably has been mitigated or will be mitigated at this time, but it will come back. It's kind of like a rash, you know, unless you'd work diligently to get rid of it. Others of you, you may have some money woes in your relationship. Your husband, your mate could be hiding, because some people are hiding money issues, okay? They owe money. They're waiting on money. Money's gotten screwed up. Someone's lost a job. They're not yet telling anyone. So there is this hidden thing that is not as bad, obviously, but it's just not something that you kind of want to alarm your partner. And so you're waiting. There's this waiting factor. When I feel waiting because I think I'm going to get another job. So then I'll just say, oh, well, I'm getting another job and I start this job now. So I just decided to put my time in when actually you got let go, right? Or, you know, I'm trying to make sure that I cover the money that I don't have, you know, that sort of thing. So I do see that, you know, it's just kind of that simple of like money issues. Others of you could be just, you know, your schedules are a bit different. You're working really hard, although you can't spend the money that you have with you and your mate, and you guys will be making up. For those of you with just those sorts of simple things, in the second month of May, you will be, you know, kind of making up for lost time as far as being intimate with one another, and things will level out between you and your mate. If there's been any, like we're on two different boats passing like ships in the night, or there's hiding and that sort of thing. And it may be very deceitful. Just be careful that if you've worked really hard in your relationship to overcome lies and deceit, and that's crippled the relationship, you don't want to, even if you feel like you've done something that you don't want, you're ashamed to share it with your partner. Don't lie to them, because you're only going to open up that wound again. So be honest and as transparent as you can, because someone wants that. They want honesty. They want transparency, and they'll give you the world. But the other person, you've got to be ready, you know, mature enough and respect that person enough to, you know, be honest. So overcome your shadow side, your lower level, and evolve to a higher being, and be honest and be transparent, so you guys can be a partner and do things together and get on the other side of things together. So that's what I have for you guys for this time frame of April 25th to May 15th. I hope that this has been helpful for you guys. If you would like to share with all of us how this has been, please do so in the comment section below. You know, we love to hear from you. And if you like something personal with me, I can be reached in the description box below, as well as the begin and end to this video. And if you are new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Gemini.